night I opened the door and there was Lollipop, Peggy Sue, good golly, Miss Molly was even there too. Papa D is the fucking shit. It's our last show in the basement of Wicked. This time it's not about a band. I wouldn't put my dancing shoes on, yeah. I was just fishing and a splashing. I was a woman and a strolling. I was a moving and a grooving. I was a feeling with the feeling. I was a woman and a strolling. Moving and a feeling with the feeling. Rocking and a rolling. Moving and a strolling. Moving and a grooving. This back. Yeah. You've been such an incredible audience. Thank you so much. I'd like to give a clap to Michele Hyland. It is her final show with us. Please take a bow. I'd like to give a bow to the legend Michele Pawk. Okay, you've been such an incredible audience. Please have a seat. We want to share just a few more moments of your time. This is an incredibly special time of year where the theater community bands together and raises money for an amazing organization called Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. I first heard about Broadway Cares 22 years ago. In 2004, I moved to New York to an apartment 1 block from this theater on 51st Street between 8th and 9th Avenues. I was 19. I got a job waiting tables on 9th Avenue between 46th and 47th. And my first week on the job, I waited on a man named Tom Viola. Yes, let's hear it for Tom. Tom is the former head of Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. I did not know that it was him when I waited on him. And I delivered the lunch specials from memory. He said, "Are you an actor?" I said, "I'm trying to be one." And he said, "Well, if you want to be a part of this community, then you have to start learning how we take care of each other." And a couple of days later, he invited me to come to the Broadway Cares offices and take a tour, which I did. And it was then that I learned that Broadway Cares was started in the 80s as the theater community's response to the HIV and AIDS epidemic. And in the decades since, they've expanded their outreach to provide services to charities all across the country, and in some cases provide humanitarian aid around the world. But it is personal for all of us working in this building because they're a huge supporter of the Entertainment Community Fund. Yes, let's serve the Entertainment Community Fund. The Entertainment Community Fund takes care of everyone in the entertainment community, from people you see on stage, like the actors and the musicians, to people that you don't see, like the stage crew, the wardrobe, ushers, front of house. It's not, yeah, let's hear it for everybody. It is not an understatement to say that this organization literally saves our lives. And so 22 years ago, after I took this tour, I signed up to be what is called a Red Bucket Volunteer. Which means I would show up at the end of Broadway shows with the other volunteers with a big red bucket, and we would take donations on the way out of the theater. So tonight, when you leave the show, you're gonna see these volunteers with big red buckets. They'll take anything you'll give them. They'll take cash, they'll take credit card. There's now a QR code on the side of the bucket that you can scan. I think maybe, do we have some, okay, we've got a human QR code right here. Let's hear it for Julia. You can get your phone out right now and scan this human QR code. I think we may still have some signed playbills in the lobby. We do, okay. Oh, you were just excited, okay. We've got playbills signed by the whole cast for $200. All the money goes to Broadway Cares. If you give $20 or more, be sure to ask for your little blue sack. And inside of this little blue sack is a button that says "Be Here Now" and a tiny little yellow duck. So if you give $20 or more, get your sack. And because this was the final performance I'm ever gonna do as Bobby Darin on Broadway, is that a surprise? This was the hat that I wore tonight during Mac the Knife. And so I've just extracted it from my sweaty head. I've got a pen in my pocket. I'm gonna sign and date it to whoever is the highest bidder. We're about to let this go in a live auction in this very moment. And now I'm gonna hand the microphone over to auctioneer extraordinaire Emily Brown.
How much do we love Jonathan Groff? And now we're gonna show our love with money and help him to beat every other show for donations, okay? So let's start this off. Now, I share a percentage of the profits of this musical, but I know that there's people here who have their own percentages. So let's be generous. I'm gonna start the bidding off at $1,000, unless someone wants to go higher right away.
$2,500.
Okay. Now listen, when we get to 5, we're gonna have the cast do some high kicks for you. Oh, we got 5,000 right here. All right. Can we? Guys, you can just look pretty. Do we have 6,000? Do we have 6,000? 6,000. I'm not going to do any more kicks until 10. Do we have 7? 7,000. Do we have 8? 8,000. Oh, okay. They want their kicks. No one else will have this hat, and this will never be sold again. So do we have $11,000? Do I have 12? Do I hear 12?
Well, 15.
15? That means 15 high kicks. Stop there. Do I hear 16? 16, 17, 17, 17. Do I hear 17? $17,000. 17. Do I hear 17? Are we going to stop at 16? 17. Oh, I hear 17. We've got a bidding war. We hear 17, but are we going to go to 18? 18. Do I hear 18? Because I will give you a 20 high kicks. Do I hear 18? Did you say 20? Well, we can just end it if you want to do a big number. It's for charity, honey. What?
25, no kicks. Maybe some just like something else.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they want Spanx. And you know what? How about one spank for every 5? All right, we're gonna do 5 spanks right now. 25? You're gonna find out. Wait, can we say no spanks for the final show? What? You're spanking Jonathan! so much. I want to make sure that no one else has an opportunity here. Sir, I just don't want to take away. So I'm just going to say, is everyone happy with this number? Does someone want to go bigger? Everyone's happy? Congratulations. Thank you so much for saving our cast's limbs. We're going to deliver this hat to you. Charge, sir. We needed it.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Love you. Sure. Oh, he's here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tom Kirdahy, and along with my partner, Rob Darin, we really want to thank you for being here at an average Sunday afternoon in the basement of Wicked. Needless to say, we've all been part of an extraordinary afternoon. And for many years, we've been on this journey bringing Just in Time to Broadway. And you're going to hear from a few of us in a moment. But today is a particularly special afternoon because 3 of our company members are leaving us. 1 for a short amount of time and 2 for a longer amount of time. First, we want to acknowledge Valeria. Valeria is going to be taking a leave of absence, but she's coming back to us. Part of our original company, and we're so grateful to her. It takes a village to produce a Broadway show, and we've been unbelievably fortunate to do this work under the visionary direction of Alex Timbers. Is going to celebrate one of our companies.
Hello, everyone. I now get the great pleasure of celebrating someone very special. Our mother, our grandmother, our just-in-time legend, Michele Pawk. Michele, thank you for everything you brought to the stage nightly and all the time before that through the show's development. On stage, you make us laugh, you break our hearts, and you make us feel alive. And you're so honest and authentic. Night after night, you're incapable of making a false move. But what stands out most isn't just the talents, but it's the heart that you brought to the show. You show up fully for every cast member, all of us on the creative team, and set an incredible example of creative excellence, curiosity, and oh so much patience. And I think that's the mother and the professor in you. So today, as this chapter comes to a close, we just want to say thank you for the stunning work, the tireless energy, and all the incredible memories you've given us. We're really going to miss you.
During the run of the show, Connie Francis passed away. And I believe that Gracie Lawrence is here, and she created the role of Connie for us. We had the incredible good fortune to have Sarah Hyland join us as Connie Francis. The world knows Sarah from one of the biggest TV shows in history, Modern Family. And, not many folks who find their way out to LA come back to New York and do theater and commit to it. This is our second show together. Sarah was Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. She recently had had an extraordinary run in The Great Gatsby, and then she came here to the Copa, to Circle in the Square, to be our Connie Francis. And Sarah, we wish you nothing but joy and happiness. We can't wait to see you back.
As someone who has had the ridiculous good fortune of standing in the room with him every day to talk about Jonathan Groff. Jonathan, from the very first meeting 9 years ago on this show that you and Ted Chapin had been dreaming up, you reminded all of us who have gotten to work with you that storytelling isn't just about getting it right, it's about getting it alive. You ask questions no one else thinks to ask. How to frame a show, how to engage an audience, what a design element should look and feel like. You chase dramatic moments most of us would walk past. And somehow you make all of that curiosity feel like play. You are, without question, one of the most expansive thinkers about story I've ever worked with. You don't just look at a scene and ask, what happens? Instead, you meticulously built brick by brick and beat by beat the most incredible journey for Bobby in the show, never shying away from his complexity or sometimes more unlikable traits. You read and watched everything about the guy. You met with his family. You sought truth. There's nothing pat about this character, and there's nothing easy about this performance you've given. It's sui generis, it's individual, and it's right. But what I think about most is the way you lead. Not loudly, not with ego, but with generosity. You lead by championing joy, by being the most curious person in the room, by turning to your collaborators in the middle of chaos and saying, let's try it again, like it's the most exciting idea in the world. And yes, you also lead by occasionally breaking us all with laughter at the exact moment we're trying to stay serious, which is deeply unhelpful, but also completely necessary. And then finally, there's what happens when you step out here on stage. Because there are great performers, and then there are people who have a real, electric, unmistakable connection with an audience. And Jonathan, you don't just perform for an audience, you perform with them. You listen, you respond, you invite them in, you make a room full of strangers feel like they're part of something shared and fleeting and a little bit magical. It's a rare thing. Bobby Darin had it, and you have it. And everyone who sat in these seats today has felt it. So tonight, as we close this chapter, we just want to say thank you. Not just for widening the American musical theater canon by dreaming up this remarkable show, but for the spirit you brought into this company. You made this room better, you made all of us better, and selfishly, you made it a lot of fun. And Jonathan, thank you for your leadership, your heart, your wit, your storytelling brilliance, and your joy. We love you, and we are so, so grateful.
There are approximately 710 audience members here this afternoon. And by midnight, 1,000 will have claimed to have been here. This afternoon, quite literally, felt like seeing Judy Garland at Carnegie Hall. While, yes indeed, it's already turning into a vapor, a memory. But Jonathan, not all memories are everlasting. And I think everyone in this audience, on this stage, in this theater, understands that you've given us a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I've worked with some of the greats, and I've said throughout this run, you remind me of Chita Rivera. You lead with so much integrity. You're the first to arrive in the building and the last to leave. You ish spiritually. You're definitely the last to leave. But everyone from the front of house to your co-stars know that you bring joy and integrity and rigorous artistry to everything you do. And I implore generations of people here to just clock this memory, because it is a vapor, but it is quite literally one of the most extraordinary afternoons in the history of the American theater, and I'm not speaking of the Broadway. We love you, Jonathan. You've changed our lives, and you give so much love to so many.
Does this still work? Oh my God, okay. I'm just gonna say a quick thing, which is, I look at the people on stage and I worship all of you. Our producers, our amazing director, this incredible company, this incredible band. Can we hear it for the band? Everybody backstage, everybody working on this show, in this building, the circle in the square is lit with a vibration that I think you can feel in the audience, and it's because of the actual real love in this entire building, every single person. But I just want to say to all of you, that we did this all for you, for the audience. That was what Bobby Darin was about. He was about connecting with an audience, and the fact that you showed up night after night after night after night, and I know we'll continue to show up night after night after night after night in this magical space, in this sacred space, where we can all look at each other for the whole show and see each other's faces and just remind each other what a gift it is to be alive. And I want to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming to the show for this last year, and it's meant the world to me, and it's changed all of our lives, and it's changed us all from the inside out. So thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.
All right, listen, on the count of 3, I want to hear all of you scream, "Never bet against Johnny G." 1, 2, 3.